Everyone, so I'm waiting for my first shift now. I'm seeing my kit. It's wet. It's basically the most awful day to be doing any kind of delivering like this, or any kind of outside cycling job. The lens is blurred up. I think I've just made it worse. So yeah, as you can see, I'm soaked. I got here. It's kind of like a last minute thing really, because I hadn't had any sessions booked. And it was about 10:45, and it popped up on my phone notifying me that there's a session available for 11:30, and it's about a 30-minute ride, so I had to quickly, get dressed, get ready, get my clothes on, all that sort of stuff, and because I didn't even know I'd even be working today. So then anyway, I rushed into rushed into Nottingham City Centre, which is about 10k away, something like that, and logged online with about 5 minutes to spare. I've been waiting for about 15 minutes, so I wonder if, because it's at the beginning of the shift, the sessions are, the bookings are going to come in slow. Maybe people won't start ordering until after 12, I don't know. So anyway, maybe I'll try and share this whole thing if I have time. So I'm back for my first day of Deliveroo. Wow, it was pretty crazy, to be honest. I had obviously the weather was god awful. I could not have picked a worse day for my sort of first Deliveroo shift. But anyway, obviously weather aside, I did have quite a few issues which really got in the way. One was I was trying to use a top tube bag for my because it's got like the see-through piece on the top tube bag, and I was actually trying to use that for the phone, thinking, oh, that will be fine for navigation. No, it's not at all. It fogged up, it got wet, I couldn't see it. I had to sort of like look all the way down to see it, which is obviously safe because I need to be looking up. At least with the Garmin you can just sort of glance and you can still see the road, but I was having to look all the way down, with basically almost looking at my feet, which isn't ideal. So it kept fogging up. It kept routing me through Google Maps, and I didn't, because I couldn't really see the screen, I didn't know how to put it onto a proper mode. So literally I just saw like the map and me, and anyway I kept going off the map, so I kept having to manually move the map. But it turns out that I can actually put a setting on so it tracks me going along, like a proper sat nav. I didn't even have that setting on. I kept having to mess around, I kept missing turnings. Then it kept like rerouting me like weird ways, instead of just saying, oh, like do a U-turn, it would like totally reroute me like another 500 meters, like to go back a totally different way or something. So anyway, and then one place, it was like an industrial estate. It was like I was trying to find unit 17, and there was a unit 15 and a unit 19. There was no 17. I was looking all over. So, but anyway, within 3 hours, so I started working at 11:30. I logged on, but I didn't get my first order till 11:50. I think, or 11:50 something, or 48 or something like that. And then I got to the restaurant and I'm faffing around because I'm not in the flow. So I'm like faffing around with the bag, and things like it's taking longer. First time ever using the app essentially to navigate, so I'm like, oh, how the hell does this work? So obviously then I got to the place. In the whole confusion, I'd accidentally knocked mobile data off and I'd put in aeroplane mode. So I was like, oh no, it wouldn't let me go online. I couldn't see why, so I had to get my phone out of the holder. My phone's wet, I can barely use it, whatever. So I had a few dramas, but you know what? It's been character building. That's what it's been, character building, big time. Like, I think literally now that I've done like the worst possible kind of shift that I could do, wet, damp, cold, and like I said, I've not got the proper equipment and things like that. So straight away, tomorrow before my next shift, I'm going to go and get a proper phone holder on the handlebars, like the Garmin mount. I'm going to get it on the handlebars. I'll show you what I was using actually. You have to excuse the poor lighting, but this is what I was using. I'd actually put the phone in it via this. and as you can see, it's soaking, and yeah, and I should have it here, so I need to put a handlebar mount here so it can be here. But yeah, it's all a learning curve, and I'll do it better next time. But saying that, in from basically 11:50 to 2:30, I delivered 8 orders, which I'll be honest with you, I think for a first go, and seeing as I had all these dramas, I really don't think that's too bad. I just kind of thinking how quick I'm going to be on others. I've basically, in 3 hours, I've earned, I mean, obviously the first half hour, I was basically just stood there waiting. But I was essentially working from 11:30. So I've started working at 11:30, finished working at 2:30. So that's 3 hours work, and I've basically earned £34. That's because it's £4.25 a delivery, and I've done 8 deliveries. So that's like £11 an hour. Or yeah, just over £11 an hour, which is pretty good, right? And this is like my first shift. You know, I could have done it much better. I will do next time. But yeah, I'm really positive about my experience. I wish I could have got a couple more shifts in today, so I could have earned a little bit more cash. But you know what? I think that was enough for me today. That was like a nice, well, I'd say gentle easing in. But obviously the shift, just the 3 hours, was gentle easing in. But obviously, doing the whole thing was yeah, it's pretty aggressive with the weather and everything. It was really bad weather, but anyway, no worries. Hopefully it'll be dry next week. And yeah, anyway, just thought I'd let you know about my first shift. So far, like I said, quite apart from the weather and apart from the routing and mainly not being able to see and not knowing how to use the app, it's been a positive experience. So I'm feeling positive. Hope I don't get pneumonia. So yeah, anyway, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and if you want to see more content, I'll probably be talking more about Deliveroo as well in the future. So give me a thumbs up if you like that. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video, everyone.